Yo, what's up? This is Mike Lee, and you are listening to the Lee's Fitness Unlimited podcast, live from Oakland, California. What's up? It's Mike Lee checking back in with the Lee's Fitness Unlimited podcast, and today I have a special guest of mine, one of my brothers from way back in the day, Alex Hale.
Yeah.
And Alex is a longtime friend of mine. Like I mentioned, we go back to about, how long, bro?
98?
98. Back in Sandbox. Back when we was playing tackle football, throw up tackle.
Man, that just sound hello, 98.
Man, for real. But we experienced it.
Yeah.
So, for those of our listeners that don't know about you, let's just start off by telling us a little bit about yourself.
So from Oakland, California. To be more specific, deep East Oakland, California, right?
Yeah.
Grew up on 98th, from golf links to Hale. Met Mike when we were playing for the San Leandro Crusaders. Life-changing stuff over there at the Crusaders. And I'm one of those people who are from Oakland and took Oakland everywhere I've been because I've moved around from different cities around the Bay Area. I've lived in different states, and to be at a point to where I'm at now in life with somewhat what I call like that Oakland culture inside you and bringing it back home and having different viewpoints from other places of the world. That's me now.
That's big, and yeah, you for sure a real Oakland dude, and that's important. I think, people know who the real ones are. It's just something that's in you, when you grow up out here, and you will take it everywhere you go. I was, when I was playing football in Idaho, everybody knew I was from Oakland,
right.
Right. And you don't know that about where everyone is on your team. And I'm sure, Mo, you could, you've experienced something like that too. You just living and traveling all over the place. And maybe it's just an Oakland thing, but you can always spot an Oakland dude or Oakland woman, out of a crowd of people.
Right.
Yeah, so tell us about, through your football career, how do you feel that's played a role on you being the man that you are today?
Well, I wouldn't call it a career, right? No, it was short-lived. But I played football from the age of 8 to the age of, I want to say 14. So I played my freshman year, and then I got kicked out of school and wasn't able to play anymore. But that being said, my first year that I went out for the Crusaders, my uncle was the head coach. And that first year, I thought because my cousins played, because my older brother played, I thought it was going to be easy. I was going to walk on. I was going to get a starting position. It was going to be nothing. My uncle cut me my first year coming out to play football. And that taught me a valuable lesson. And I feel like, in this day and age with a lot of people, they don't believe in cutting. Everybody should be on the team. Everybody should get a trophy. When he cut me, I went home and cried, And I had to go to all my older brothers and cousins' games and watch them play with that shame almost of, damn, I didn't make the team. But that also, I feel like people make decisions. Either you going to hide under a rock and cry about it all day, or you going to let that fire mold you and you're going to get, pissed off and go out there and get it. And that's what I did. The next year that I went out for the team, I was a beast. And I just started taking heads off. That's back when they had those stickers like Assassin, Predator, all those good ones. We used to get those stickers. You remember we get those stickers on our helmets.
Absolutely.
What they used to call them, bubbles or whatever, the little skulls and stuff. Yeah. But that's what I live for. I live to succeed, I'd like to say, because I carried that throughout my life afterwards, after leaving the Crusaders and moving on into like when I went and played in Pacifica and then started playing in high school. I never did not start. I never wasn't on I played offense, defense, special teams, back, it isn't until you get to those higher levels where you can only do one, but some kids didn't. And I feel like it's because they didn't have that fire. When I hit the field, it was like, I'm going to make a statement. People going to see me. I'm going to put somebody to sleep. Like, I want it to hurt somebody. I want your mama to feel this. Not my baby. You know what I mean? Like that was it. So I feel like carrying that type of mentality, that's why I love the Crusaders so much. And that's something that we've discussed before, is that I feel like us as Crusaders, you see people go in drastically different directions. But whatever we do it to the fullest. Like, there's not really a halfway in us. You know what I mean? You don't really see Crusaders being average.
Yeah.
Like, they either went all the way bad or they went all the way good. They either succeed or he down. He ain't getting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Shout out to the San Leandro Crusaders youth football organization.
Right, love them.
They definitely helped make men out of us.
Yeah, still making an impact to this day.
For sure, Mo. Yeah. So I'm glad you brought up the whole deal with because this is something that I was thinking of. I actually did want to bring it onto the show, and now's just the perfect time. But the whole 8th place trophy thing.
Oh man!
And we mentioned that we started playing ball in '98, and we ain't old guys. We're 29 years old. Mm-hmm. But at least back then, back during those times, it was still a little bit more on the old school end of things, where I just feel like you doing the kids a disservice when you give out those awards to everybody. Right. Those participations. First of all, the experience you got from participating, that is the trophy. So for you to get this award, now you really taking away the kids' ability to learn from a loss.
Right.
Because now there's no reflection about what just happened. If you got this trophy that you go home and put on your mantle, does it really matter that you just got your ass kicked?
Right.
And it's one thing to lose a game, but we all know as athletes, how did you lose a game? Did you lose a game because you were just playing a better team, which we played against?
Did you give it your all?
Or did you lose a game on something that you was doing Monday earlier in the week? Something that you wasn't doing that you were supposed to be doing.
Right.
So it really, I just feel like I don't like it. I feel like there are winners and losers, and it's okay to be on both sides of that. Matter of fact, I feel like everyone should experience both sides of that.
Yeah.
Because it could go both ways. I've seen people that get too caught up into losing, and they don't know how to win. They accept losing. When I was playing football in Idaho,
call them losers.
Man, you know what? Shout out to my team. But that's one thing I learned in college football. We lost the game, and then as soon as coach was done saying we had to stay in the locker room, they was talking about whose crib we going to the party tonight.
All right.
And I was really taken back by that. I'm like, y'all really trying to party? I'm redshirting. I'm not even on the field playing. And I'm still mad that they lost. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't nobody tripping but me. So now I'm sitting here like, why am I tripping? I didn't play. They was on the field playing, and they more worried about where the party is tonight. But that mentality, it could go both ways. I'm sure other schools winning programs is the total opposite. But I'm just saying, the culture that you build, it's everything.
Yeah. And I tagging on that, like I just heard a talk last night, and the speaker, one thing that he said, and I actually agree with him on this. Like when I say losers, I don't mean it in a derogatory term. What he was talking about too is like a loser is somebody who quits. And tagging on to what you said, most people, when they become accustomed to losing and not learning from their mistakes or not wanting to actually put up and fight, and they're just used to laying down, they're quitters. And if and the example the guy gave last night, he said, if somebody's losing the game, it's 18-3 and it's halftime, and they say, you know what, we're done, and they quit, they lost, they're losers.
Yep.
And the same, even if you look at it the other way, if somebody's up 18-3 and for some weird reason they're like, hey, we quit, we forfeit, they still lost. You're a loser if you quit. So, like for me, I feel like a lot of people are accustomed to quitting or not following through. And that's the problem with the day and age of today, and like with parents getting so involved with it. You even look at something as simple as what was on TMZ a couple of weeks ago with Marshawn Lynch. You know what I mean? Where they said I
saw that.
He was cussing on the field.
Did
like,
you see that, Mo?
Yeah. He told him get the fuck out of my drill because the dude was looking at the girls instead of running the drill. There's people out there that's fighting for that association. That man has created success in his life, so they're fighting for that association. So if you're not going to take is serious and utilize that time wisely, why should he not speak to that person like that? He's getting them ready for the real world. Just like you said about winners and losers. There are winners and losers in life. And if you start taking away that tension, people going to get soft, like our day and age today. People are so, easy to get triggered off of little stuff because we've taken away that tension of you can win or you can lose depending on how hard you work,
Yep. And it comes down to your mindset, and yeah, I'm glad you brought up that point. And just for future reference, and it's on the record, if I ever call